What's up, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and the overall market. I'm also going to talk about some new news that came out and some very important levels that are developing on the charts. But just note that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. Anyways, for Tesla, I just want to mention that technically Tesla has a downtrend as it's making lower highs and it's continuing to do so. Now, one thing that happened was the market dipped a bit this morning. We saw SPY go down to the 558 area. QQQ went down to 472, but as soon as that happened, the buyers came back and now they're trying to defend their positions. So for Tesla, what's very interesting to me is that we dipped to this previous resistance right here, becoming support, and Tesla ended up holding the support at 208. So this 208 area held up for Tesla. And for now, there are buyers trying to defend it. So we're going to be watching to see if Tesla could hold this for the next couple of days. If they hold 208, there could be a little rebound. If we lose 208, I think that Tesla's at risk of dipping even lower. And I think that there's going to be a risk of us coming all the way down to this imbalance. So by losing this, I mean we need to close below 208 like 2 times for us to confirm that moves to the downside. So be very careful with Tesla just to be safe. Now, one thing worth mentioning about the markets is that we got some data at 10 o'clock a.m. and not to mention 10:30 a.m. The manufacturing numbers were not too great, in my opinion. The Richmond Fed manufacturing shipments are still not as bad as expected, but everything else wasn't looking that great. But despite that, the market still got a nice rebound, which just goes to show that the data is just noise, and they're using this as an excuse to move things. And as soon as the data came out, the market started to get bought back up. So there's some news coming out for Tesla. Tesla's ramping up the NACS adapter production to about 8,000 per week. That's amidst a slower supercharger opening. This is some important news because this is important for their products, and very important for their supercharger network. And I think that this is going to be a big catalyst for them moving forward. It's very important for Tesla to continue to grow that and get as many chargers out there as possible. They need more of these adapters because this is going to be useful for all the different companies that are uh, basically adopting it, not to mention Tesla itself. So I just want to call that out. So what do I see for the charts? Like I said before, guys, there are buyers stepping in the markets. Again, Tesla dipped all the way down to 208. Now we're getting back above 210. We'll see if this holds. If we do close above this, we could be looking for a rebound back up to the 212 plus area. But just note that even if Tesla does rebound a bit, in order for us to turn back up, we got to break past 216. We got to break above 216 to turn right back up in order for this to switch directions. Otherwise, the direction is still down for Tesla unless we break that resistance. So for now, we'll be watching to see a little bit of a rebound for Tesla in the markets, but we'll see if Tesla could break resistance or not. As of right now, it's getting bought back up, so we'll see if 210 holds us. I think we could try to rebound towards 212, but to really turn back up, you got to break that 216 area. As far as SPY goes, I just want to mention that this is very interesting. So what I said in my morning video was that we were approaching this support at this 20 EMA. So see the green line right here. I told you all that if we did lose this, we need to see two closes below this. But the last time we hit this, we'd get a rebound. So watch to see what the move would be. And as a result, we hit the green line, the green 20 EMA, only to get bought back up. So you guys can see how we reacted to this. We basically have this pattern where we come down, hit the green 20 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, then we rebound. We came down again, we hit the green 20 EMA again, and now we're starting to rebound. So this could be a sign the market's going to try to rebound a bit with Nvidia's earnings. So now for SPY, I think we could get closer to about 562. It is possible we push all the way up there. Our support's at 560. And because we're trying to rebound, I'm seeing a lot of buyers defending with decent sized volume. So that makes me presume that this might attempt to go a little higher. We'll see if we could hold above 561 at the very least. This may attempt to push a little bit, so it is looking decent. It looks like it wants to rebound off that level, and SPY is still holding up very nicely in my opinion. So not bad from SPY. For ES, we dipped a bit, right? We were talking about this potentially dipping. I thought we could get very close to about 5,600 flats, and then we'd be watching the reaction. But notice we came a little bit short of that. We actually went down to about 5610, so we were just about 10 points away from my target before we got bought back up. So if we continue to push, we'll be looking for 5650 as a potential target on ES. We're getting bought back up right now, and there are buyers defending. On Nvidia, we dipped a bit, but like I said about Nvidia, I said we're range bound. I said we need to lose 122 to turn bearish. We need to break 130 to turn bullish. Otherwise, we're just range bound. What happened? We dipped all the way down to about 123, only to get bought back up. So we're still range bound. We're looking at 128 as resistance. If we break that, we're going back up to 130, and we're just completely stuck within these levels. So just give the market the time it needs. For other stocks out there like NQ dipped, but we didn't lose critical support. Remember, even though we had this head and shoulders like structure, we need to lose 19,400 to really start dipping. We dipped to that only to rebound, and we're going to be looking at 19,600 as a resistance. So we'll see how things end up developing from here. For the QQQ, I just want to mention that we're also kind of range bound right now. We have this support all the way down to 472. I said if we lose 472, we turn bearish. Notice that we came down to touch only to rebound. So now we're looking at resistance at 477. So we're turning back up on the triple Q as well. So this is once again, this was fooling a lot of people. I said to watch 472 as key supports. I said that for the last couple of days. We dipped there. I was worried that it was possible for us to dip below that, but we got bought back up instead. So now we're turning back up. Like the market could just switch directions in an instant. That's why I want to give you guys these intraday updates and warnings. As far as Apple goes, we dipped a bit only to hit 228. If we break this, we could be pushing for 230. So Apple's a little bit more bullish to me. The IWM Russell 2000 dipped to our target. We called out 217. Yes, we went down to 217 exactly as predicted, but I said to watch the 20 EMA. If we held 217, we could rebound to 220. And if we had lost, then we'd be dipping. That's what I told you guys. We dipped to 217, and now we're rebounded. We could be seeing 220 again for a slight little rebound. Now, some stocks are still kind of weak, like Amazon. I called out 172 on Amazon. That's where we went to, but now we're seeing buyers defending it. But it's still kind of weak, guys. It's not making a big move back up. So it might just consolidate where we currently are. We could push a little bit closer to about 174, but I think it's going to be a little bit flat. Meta dipped down to 515. That's the level we called out, and then it bounced. So instead of losing that and remaining bearish, we got a nice rebound. We're going to be looking for 524 as resistance. We'll see if we can break that to get up to 530. Microsoft is still kind of flat right now. We dipped all the way down to about 410. I was talking about 408, but we came just short of that target. Now we're just going to shuffle, and we could make our way back up to about 415, just continue to shuffle. For Google, we're trying to rebound a little bit. We have to break past 168 to really start pushing. Otherwise, we're just range bound. So give it some time. But Google is showing some life. So as far as the market goes, guys, the market is showing some life right now. We're seeing buyers trying to defend. We held some key supports. And looking at Tesla, Tesla's still weak compared to the market. I'm going to be honest. We have a downtrend that's still present, but for the shorter term, it is trying to get bought back up. So the overall trend is more bearish, but on the smaller time frames, such as the 5-minute time frame, you could see how buyers have been defending Tesla ever since we got very close to that 208 zone. That's where we ended up seeing buyers defending. This is the level I had the support right over here near 208. This is where we saw buyers defend Tesla and start pushing it back up. So now we're looking at resistance in this 210 area. We'll see if Tesla breaks this and goes up to 212. I do think Tesla may attempt to rebound even more than that. So we'll see how things go. With that being said, I want to thank you all so much for listening. That's what I'm saying for my current update on the markets. I wish you all the best. I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thank you for listening, and peace out.